live. Third Fridays. This is Psychedelic Stax, bringing psychedelic and soul music together, putting the match to the flame to bring you that fire. I'm Mixmaster Wolf.
And I'm Hymnal the Pyromaniac.
And today we're going to be taking our Davy lamps and going down into the coal mine.
Into the coal mine.
Digging into the vaults of the Colemine Studios in beautiful Los Angeles, California, to bring you choice cuts by my band, That Fire.
What fire?
That Fire, baby. Featuring yours truly on the turntables. And we got some of my bandmates up in the house tonight. My main man, Taurus Hamilton, along with Mike and Inez Coles up in the stacks, baby. Make some noise, y'all.
What's up?
That's right. We're going to be sitting down and chopping it up with everybody in just a little bit. But right about now, it's time to let the music do the talking. So sit back, relax, while we begin to turn up the heat and bring you That Fire. Yo, Hymnal, what the word of the day is, brother?
And the word of the day is, because the girlie was hot, and you know that I rocked her, but 3 days later,
go see the doctor.
Come on, Wolf, set him on fire.
Yeah.
Don't try to be the frog. If you're just a little tail, cover your own ground, yeah. Don't try to wag the dog. If you're just a tiny pebble, don't try to be the beach. The reason why is just be what you is. You can't be what you're not. 'Cause in the end, I say the truth is gonna stop.
Psychedelic Stax, baby. Putting the match to the flame to bring you that fire. Showcasing music from the Colemine Studios in beautiful Los Angeles, California, otherwise known as your house, Mr. Cole.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Featuring music from my band, That Fire, yeah. And I want to say, first of all, happy life day to Aquarius and Pisces. Shouts out to my man, Duante St. Lou, to Lim, to Gene Luzana, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
you're
sir.
close. You're close.
And
you're
all
close.
the people that played with us and the part of, and my man Matt, too, right? Shouting out to the whole Colemine crew. Now, before we get off into what I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to let you know what you just heard in this set that I just played. And right now you're listening to Electrified Lovin', and that's by us too. But we played Maxwell Smart. We played our version of a song called Be What You Is, which was originally recorded by United Soul, or as is listed on the record, US with Music Funkadelic, or something like that.
Right.
Wisdom was by us, and That Fire is the name of the group, of course. And Friday night, August the 14th, which was originally done by Funkadelic, we covered that, and we started the set off in the tradition of Eddie Hazel, starting off all my sets usually with Funkadelic or something closely related to Funkadelic. I am Mixmaster Wolfie Wolf. In the house, we got my main man Michael Coles and sister Big Sis Inez Coles. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing well, sir. Doing
Great.
well.
Thank you.
I want to thank you guys for coming to the show, and thank you for the opportunity of letting me come over to your house and make all that noise and just believing in me and turning me loose in the studio. And yes, sir. What you got to say, Mr. Cole?
Hey, man, thanks for having us first and foremost, man. And, like, you know, the whole vibe in the studio is a labor of love, man. I just created it, you know, because I wanted to control what we were doing and not have anybody, any industry or any outside forces involved in what we doing. And, man, I feel so blessed to have you cast in my life, man. It's like, you know, completely blessed, and we can do exactly what the hell we want to do, and I love it, man.
I love it. Like a self-contained unit there. We got my man who listen to the sounds of Taurus. We got Taurus in the house. What's happening, Taurus?
What's poppin', baby?
We're going to rap to him a little later. What you got to say, Big Sis?
Oh, I'm happy to be here. And by the way, I'm an Aquarian, so thank you for the birthday wishes. Whoop, whoop.
All right.
So, you know, I would say that it's such a pleasure being around, in the words of Prince, real music by real musicians. And, you know, it's an honor and to watch the evolution and all that we do. And, you know, I'm just excited. I'm excited, and the timing is right. You know, the world is ready for this.
Oh, yeah.
When we started this, I think we were ahead of our time. We always are, but now the world's, you know, really vibing and catching up. So I think it's going to be great.
Well, beautiful, beautiful. Now, before we get down, Mr. Mike, we're going to be showcasing a tune. We'll start off the next set with a song called Nursery Rhymes. You want to say a little something about that?
This is one of those moments, man, where, you know, basically what we do is we get in a room and we just wait for somebody to get inspired, man, and that was one of those moments, man. It just sounds like, you know, that is something that we do like on a regular basis, and I just love the way this one came out.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Now, coming up, you don't got to worry about nothing. We got a groovy set from my main man, Hypno. But first, what we gonna do, like I said in the first place, is get down with a little bit more of the sounds of my band, That Fire, or as my man Taurus would say, there you go.
What fire?
That Fire!
Psychedelic Stax, baby.
luck in the world. I'm trying to go see my girl. Oh no. Is this my last day on this earth? Is this really what I deserve? Oh no. And you shot him in the back, yeah. And you claimed it was self-defense. But the camera said, oh no. And the camera said, oh no. Deplorable tunes sung in unison by these fools. They try to keep a lid on the dirt that they hide. I'm not gonna take that pride. You have got to pick your side. Our democracy has died. Was it ever alive? Was it even alive? To finally realize set intentions and before sleep at night, all the dreams you have, they will come alive. The fear is gone away. In your slumber time, you will see the day. Keep it there. Don't push your truth away. Keep it there. Don't believe what they say. Keep it there. You're gonna be okay. Keep it there. When you get your way.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was what you call a national anthem. Wait, hold on. Let me say it right. Psychedelic Stax, putting the match to the flame to bring you that fire. Showcasing music from the Colemine Studios in beautiful Los Angeles, California, IA. That's your house, Michael. That's your house. We call it your house. We call it your house.
What fire?
Music from my band.
That fire.
That fire. I like it to sound like a reverend, like we in church. Cause I do feel like we in church. And we just finished listening to, like I say, National Anthem of 2020. I just made a declaration. We declared that the National Anthem 2020, and we got the composer of that song sitting right here. We're going to talk to him in a minute. Song was called Keep It There. Before that, we heard a song called BSMF. It ain't what you think it stands for. Brother, sister, mother, father. Beautiful song, one of my favorites from our coal mine legacy. Before that, you heard a song called Africa and a song called 8 Times. We're going to talk a little bit about all of them songs, all of these songs that we're talking about right now. American Blues, which featured the original GP Funk Squad drummer, Toy Russell, played drums on that track. We heard Break My Heart, and starting off the set, we heard a song called Nursery Rhymes. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm Mixmaster Wolf. This is That Fire. We are sitting right now. We are graced by the presence of my favorite guitar player in the whole wide world to work with, and my bestest friend in the whole world. I've known him for 124 years. My man, Mr. Taurus Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton, please say something to the people out there. What it do, baby?
Hey, first and foremost, thanks for having me. We finally made it happen. Been trying to do this for quite some time, and as luck would have it, we got me scheduled on the same day that I had a root canal. So,
Oh my goodness gracious!
the show must go on. The show must go on.
He's probably well medicated. Let me get a little bit of that what they gave you. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't want none of this, baby.
So say something about this music we play. You know, we play Keep It There. I say that's national anthem. Brother, sister, mother, father. 8 Time, Africa, American Blues. What you got to say about that, brother?
You know, those songs, they kind of span a spectrum of time with regard to what's going on at the coal mine and, that fire / personal projects. And what I'm trying to do is create something where people can move, but then we're talking about some things, because we live in some very, interesting times, as they say, the Chinese proverb. And doesn't seem like in today's music, generally speaking, people are really talking about it. So I don't know, it's kind of strange. Back in the day, we had, the protest songs, the Edwin Stars, the, War, What Is It Good For? The Dylan, his great anthem. So, just trying to bring some realness to the proceedings, basically.
That's right on time, man. I really dig the way you take your emotions, because I know you as a person, one of my best friends, and I know that a lot of this stuff is emotional for you, and the way that you pour it out into the music. Just real quick, what are your feelings on you and that guitar, you and your relationship with the guitar?
Well, I've been playing since kind of like basically high school. I started playing on keyboards, and I was the guy sneaking off into the music room while everyone was at recess, and the nuns let me do my thing. So I was always interested in music, and from the church to learning chordal harmony, and then I started playing guitar. My auntie Dory, she got me my first guitar, electric guitar, from a pawn shop with a really cool electric, my first amp. And I haven't looked back since. It's been a great friend, a great confidant, and it's opened up a lot of doors. It's allowed me to meet some wonderful musicians and friends, such as yourself, such as my main man, Mike Coles on the bass, co-partner in crime. Inez Coles, his wonderful wife. We call her the Muse. She's bringing some great vocal stylings to the proceedings as well. So
that's my big sis.
It's like a family.
Absolutely. Well, right on, Mr. Hamilton. We want to thank you for finally coming on down through the Psychedelic
Thanks
Stax.
for having me. I want to come back.
And blessing us with this music. Now, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, what we about to do, we got my main man, Himno. He going to take us out with what I like to call a treacherous Nizam party. Remember Nizam? But before we do that, we're going to have a quick little station identification. We are Psychedelic Stax, and we are where it's at. What'd you say? What fire?
That fire!
That's right, baby. We'll be right back after these messages, baby.
Psychedelic Stax, putting match to the flame to bring you that fire. Showcasing music from the Colemine Studios in Los Angeles and music from the band That Fire. Coming to you from the Colemine Studios in Los Angeles, we have Mike Coles and Inez Coles here on the mic with us. How y'all doing today?
Oh, we're great. Thank
Fantastic,
you.
fantastic.
Wonderful day in LA.
Yo, what do you think of the music?
Oh man, I'm loving what you doing, man. You got me wanting to play some bass right now, man.
Did it hit you in the right spot, Mike?
Oh man, you got me good, brother. You got me good.
So here's what I want to ask. How about you, Inez? How the music do for you today?
Well, you know, when you think of like day by day, you don't always pay attention to the things that you put together, and then when you hear it as the collective, you're like, wow, we did some great shit.
Yeah, y'all got it all together. So I want to take care of some housekeeping. Mr. Coles, can you kind of go down the list of the players in the band and tell me who they are and what they play? Who are you and what do you do?
Absolutely. Well, I produce, own a studio owner, and I'm the bass player. And we basically, it's a collabo with production with a lot of the cats. We got Taurus Hamilton on guitar, vocals, great writer. We got Wolfie Wolf, DJ Wolfie Wolf on the ones and twos, killing the game. Mm-hmm. We got my lovely wife on the vocals. We got Devontae St. Louis on keyboards and percussion.
That's right.
We got Gene Luzala on percussion and drums. And that's the squad. And we had some horn players too, but they weren't really featured on the stuff that we did today. But we're going to be back at it with a bunch of stuff that we've been doing.
And quite a squad it is. I want to express to both of y'all, you know, I've been telling this little secret that all the sets I play for 2020, I imagine myself at the Colemine Studios. And if the bros underneath the cabana, the brothers and sisters can dig it there, I know it's going to be a good set here. So I just want to thank you both.
Thank you.
For all that positivity that you filtered into my world in the past 3 odd years.
Man, I'm just glad to be here, and I'm like, congratulations on what you guys are doing, man. You guys are putting some great music out, man, and I'm not saying that because you guys played us, but it's like, the stuff, the vibe you guys are giving up here, man, just feels really good, and it's really cool to hear.
Yeah, it's shows like this to keep it real.
Yeah. Ha ha ha. Yeah, when keeping it real goes right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, you know, we want to do a little housekeeping at this point, and if people want to get in touch with you, if they like the music they heard from That Fire today, Mr. Coles and Inez, can you fill us in on where you can be found?
Sure. You can find the music pretty much anywhere the music can be found. There's a record, 17219. It's everywhere, That Fire. We've got a couple other things in the works, and we'll be having that out in the next little while. But we're on Facebook and Instagram as That Fire, That Fire Music. Go and see our happy faces on online. And, basically anywhere music is found, you can find us.
Miss Inez, any parting shots?
Again, my bad. It's 17.2.19.
My brother, Taurus, the evangelist, you're going to have to repeat that into the mic, my brother, if you're going to say it at all.
We're the That Fire album, first release. You can find it on Spotify, all the platforms, 17.2.19.
The points being important, right?
The points being important. Inez, any parting shots?
Well, I think I would say, and I just wanted to say something that we've spent at the Colemine a bunch of years creating a wealth of musical gold with some amazing musicians, and in 2020 we'll continue to focus on bringing that to the light of day, and we really look forward to doing more shows like this. Thank you for having us.
Hey, well, thanks for bringing us into the present moment, and we welcome you back at any time in the future.
Thank you for having us.
Mike Coles and Inez Coles, Taurus Hamilton in the house, Mixmaster Wolf. I am MC Hymnal, and we want to thank our guests from the Colemine Collective for coming through, and to That Fire for bringing the light of inspiration. You can follow That Fire on Spotify. Special shouts out to January Roan and Raphael Cooper for the art direction. Keep the torch lit and other That Fire related puns till we see you next time on Psychedelic Stax. And the word of the day is brought to you by Cool Mo D, because we are the medicine men. Go see the doctor. Psychedelic Stax. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? A 1, a 2, a 3. Crunch.